You know, like KFC drums, the bone part that you hold and you bite it. If you grab it by the ball part that you bite and you take it, so you put the bone and then the bone sticking out this way. You smack that fucking bone, it pops through, you just slide it out, eat it like a boneless fucking nugget.
And all the grease and all the nasty shit's on your hand. It's like you squeeze the poop.
And then you just squeeze it, wring it out, and then you just smash that thing. One bite. How you doing, Skeleton Army? It is your boy Spavari here with
the great JSlay once again.
And welcome to the Boney Gang podcast, episode 11, the greatest podcast that has ever been on the moon. And yeah, really, really happy to be here. We got a little bit of a new setup. Whatever, don't judge us. Whatever. Always judging. Always judging. Yeah, we got a new setup for right now.
It's gonna even be more new of a setup later. So
it's even gonna be more new.
More new. You guys ever heard of that?
It's even gonna be
more new, because if you know anything about English, that's exactly how you line that sentence up.
Yep. And yeah, we've been away for 2 weeks. Whatever. Again, what's up with these people, man?
We put out some stuff anyway, so get out of here.
Yeah, go look at the channel. We put out some videos. Yeah, whatever. YouTube tried to silence it, but it's gonna be there forever. So is what it ain't, you know.
Just look it up anyways. Go find it. Tell them to shut up.
Yeah.
Break them.
Yeah. Anyways, you know, how have you been, man? How was your?
Been all right, dude. Been real busy at work. It's been so hot.
Well, I don't care about that. I mean, like, have you watched anything?
Have I watched anything?
Have you put on any new clothes? What's up, man? What's new?
Dude, nothing. Nothing like that. I wish I could do stuff like that right now, but I'm working into doing it.
Yeah. Me and my lady started watching a new reality show. You know, we're reality show fiends.
Yeah.
And the newer reality show, since everybody's been talking about it, that we had to dive into, which we do share an account, so you can go watch it as well. It's called it's called Vanderpump Rules. Oh, I don't know if you heard about it. It's the worst. It's the best and the worst, dude, at the same time. He's a restaurant, and you've worked at a restaurant before, right?
Yeah. So
you know already at restaurants, there's a lot of gossip, a lot of tea, a lot of drama, no matter what restaurant you work at. So take that, put it in West Hollywood, and have a bunch of people that want to be actors, models, singers.
Yeah, I know about that show.
Oh, it's a great show, man.
I'm not it's so hard to get behind like gossipy shows. Like,
oh, it's the best.
There's some that I like. But man, it's like I can't.
We just find the people that we like in these shows, and we find the people we don't like in the shows, and we just talk about it. You know, Oh, who do they think they are? Who does she think she is? And then you turn on someone, you're like, I don't like Stassi. I don't like Stassi. And then like all of a sudden you see something's happening, you're like, yo, I'm Team Stassi.
Huh? Yeah. Because that's what those shows do.
But I had to look up some of the people because and this is no spoiler for anyone because we're on season 1 still, and it's like 10 seasons.
Yeah.
So we're on season 1. There was one of the girl. I think her name was like oh my gosh, her name was like Anna Lee or something like that. Something made up, some Tennessee kind of sounding name, or like a Mary Beth. Yeah, Anna Lee, Leanna Lee.
Like a two-namer.
Yeah, it was a 2-name, 1-name.
Yeah.
And everybody was ganging up on her, talking all this schmack.
Schmack talkers.
She essentially was having sex with Jax when him and Stassi broke up, you know. I know. And then she was like, screw you. She has a ridiculous voice. She's like, no, we're gonna see. Once I book a job, I'm out of here. Once I book a big acting job, I'm out of here. And when you're watching the show, you're like, dude, who is gonna hire you? Well, she got booked for an acting job with who's the lady from Friends?
Which one? There's 3.
The blonde.
Jennifer Aniston.
Jennifer Aniston. She's like, I booked a job with Jennifer Aniston. It's a big role. I'm out of here. And she did. And guess what role that was?
What?
That was We're the Millers. She was in We're the Millers. The lady that had the tattoo that says whatever garage. I don't think I want to say it. I don't think I want to say it on YouTube.
I know what you're talking about. That's fantastic.
That was her, yeah.
She got that big role. Yeah. She nailed it.
Yeah, and I think she's worth, from what Google says, she's worth like $7.2 million. She has the biggest role out of anyone in the entire show has ever booked.
Well, good job for you, lady.
Everybody
of the
else,
Vander.
Everybody else didn't really book. Stassi was in Sharknado 4, but
hey, man, let's go on there.
Vanderpump?
Yeah, let's become.
I don't know if me and you are Vanderpump material. We don't look like servers or bartenders at Sir.
We can do that. It's all about chameleonizing yourself into the role, man. We can be anything.
I'm not gonna lie. I didn't see any people of color as the male servers. So you might have a decent shot there, but I don't know if it's gonna work out for me. To be honest with you,
you might. You could pull it off, man.
I'll just be a patron of Sir.
You just pull out your whitest voice you can. And
no, because it's not even white voice. It's like L.A.
Dude, you got it.
You just gotta be like, yeah, I just want to bet.
Yep, you can do it. It doesn't matter.
So I'm just working at Sir right now, and the fun thing is about Sir is, you know, all the servers at Sir want to be actors and models and famous, and all the other servers in LA just want to be waitresses at Sir.
Wow.
So yeah, Vanderpump, it's pretty fire. I love reality TV show. It's my curse, and I'm okay with that.
It's a good thing.
I'm okay with that.
I haven't jumped into the reality TV web. I'm so glad. The only thing I watch is like cooking shows. That's reality TV.
It all started with Jersey Shore.
Yeah, no, I like that.
Jersey Shore is fire.
I like Jersey Shore.
I want to check out Floribama. Is that out Floribama?
Yeah.
Floribama Shore?
Floribama Shore.
I just can't. I can't. It just looks so stupid.
Yeah, I'm not with it.
I'm sure I will at one point sit down and watch Floribama Shore just because I always find myself watching the reality show. But I just can't. Other than that, I watched the Invincible. That was fire.
Yep.
That was probably like 2 weeks ago. I watched, me and my girl watched all of Invincible. Amazing show.
It is.
I don't want to even spoil it because I know there are some people that haven't watched it, but Invincible, amazing animation.
Man, Omni-Man really beats the schniz out of his son, dude.
Yeah.
Just beats the schniz out of him.
Yeah.
And then tries to talk to him.
It's
after just completely destroying this kid, beating his face into a pulp, just trying to casually talk to him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, why? I don't know why.
Amazing.
Probably because you're a monster.
Amazing show. I love the writing of that. Yeah, if anybody hasn't seen Invincible and you're okay with animations, which if you're not, I don't know what's wrong with you. Go ahead and watch that thing because you will have a good time.
You like Invincible, but you haven't watched The Boys?
I've seen I don't want to watch The Boys, to be honest with you. Not yet. Man,
you're crazy, bro. You're crazy.
I've seen like maybe the first season, parts of the first season of The Boys, and it was just like, it was all right.
It's the greatest blend of obnoxiousness and great storytelling.
Like I said, I'm sure I will like it. It's just not my time.
Oh, because it's all hype and popular, and so you want to wait till after all that's dead?
No, it's just not my time for it. Like when like I didn't watch Harry Potter, let's say. I didn't watch Harry Potter when it was all coming out. Mm-hmm. And obviously it's still hype is all get up.
Hype is all get out.
It's
Harry Potter's like the hypest of all get out.
Yeah, but I didn't watch that just because like when I was younger, I watched like Goblet of Fire and was like, okay, I know this is fire, but it's just not my time to watch it. And I want to get really into it.
I know that this is fire in a goblet. It's just not my time.
It's just not my time. And that's how it is with the boys. Right now I'm on Vanderpump.
So different.
And we just you. So we just finished we're wrapping up the end of season 4 part 2.
You're watching a lot of old programming.
What can I say? I'm an old soul. Not
like,
that old. I'm
you'd
like
be hitting me up like, hey, you just watch. I just finished watching Orange Is the New Black. You ever seen that?
I had to stop watching that.
Like, yeah,
we were watching that, and we got I think to the last season, and I'm like, I just can't because everybody in that show, they suffer from that thing they do in shows where everybody just clearly has been drinking like lead and huffing mercury. Because like in the beginning to like where they are at like the last season, everybody just their character does things that is not their character whatsoever anymore. They all play like some weird gimmick by the end of it. It's so odd, and they're all stupid. Like Red, dude, she was like this badass.
Dude, she got hit with the trauma.
I know she got hit with the trauma, but she also started drinking lead where she was doing she was no longer smart. She was no longer clever.
Yeah, she got fucked up and she got her ass beat. Finally.
And whatever her name is, Piper, was that her name? The main character, Piper?
I hate her.
Dude, well, I
hated that storyline so much.
All she had to do was what, like 4 months?
Was it?
It's like 4 or 6 months. All she had to do was like 4 or 6 months.
Oh, yeah, she chose.
Most people could do that on their
Yeah, she chose
on
at the
their
end
head.
so she could stick with. What's her name?
Dude, and then like the riot scenes and all of that, dude, she just did way too much.
There's good stuff in there, though.
6 months is all you have to do. Most people could do that on their head.
There's some compelling stuff in that show, though.
It's all right. It's all right. That show started really pissing me off. It was cool. Well, in like the beginning, it's also started like it would throw me off. Where like there was somebody we were just talking like this. Have Boney Gang podcast. We're just sitting here talking, yada yada, and then boom, it cuts to like 2 ladies just smashing violently, and you're just like,
yeah,
what the
yeah, you're right. You're right. Game of Thrones did that too, though.
And that's one thing Game of Thrones would always shock me with that when they were just like, yes, and I need you to sign right here on the scroll, and then it just cuts to like 2 people smashing violently, and you're just like, oh,
or like the one scene where the dude's ripping the guy's skin off like that, it's all pustule and whatnot, and then the next scene is someone eating a pie that looks exactly the same.
That I did like those transitions,
but it's still like, hey, whoa, hey.
Takes your brain a second to
like, wait a second, Jesus.
Yeah. Takes your brain a second to realize what's happening.
You're like, oh, he's eating. Oh, okay.
And like he goes to like cut dude's genitalia off, or like he like. And it goes like another guy eating a sausage or something.
Yeah,
it's
pretty. You're like, whoa, yeah.
That's great.
Okay, I see what's going on here. But Joe,
yeah, that's great directing.
Oh yeah. Or like even with the House of the Dragon, the very first thing is her.
Haven't
like,
seen it.
Oh well, just it's not like no spoilers.
It's not my time.
The very first thing is just a very audio heavy of Shorty just giving birth, just right away. First thing, so you're like, oh, hey.
That's opening scene?
I'm pretty sure if I can remember correctly, that's like the opening scene. So you're like, hey, whoa.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah, like it a lot. But at the same time, it's one of those where you're like, huh, I'm looking away, but I'm not looking away.
There's just a lot of movies that like, so we were looking through like Netflix and some other stuff. And during like the pandemic and like slightly right before that, there's so many movies like back when I was smoking a bunch that I have seen that I have no memory of whatsoever. I know that I seen it.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, I have like slight flashes of it, but I have no memory of what happened whatsoever throughout the entire movie.
Yeah, that's because you watched a shit ton of movies.
Yeah, it was a lot to retain.
When you like flood a lot in, just some that are really good replace the others.
Yeah.
I'll do that all day when I see a title. I'm like, oh, I've seen that.
So one show or not show movie that I want to watch is Blade Runner. I've never seen that. Never seen any Blade Runner.
It's long. I watched a new movie on Peacock. It's called Inside with Willem Dafoe. Okay. Worst movie ever. He's a great actor. He's very captivating. But I swear to God, worst movie. Ending, dog shit. That's all I gotta say. F you, man. F you and f that movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
Give me a standalone. Give me the Killing Joke movie with Willem Dafoe as the Joker and an older. I don't care who they chose as Batman, but it's got to be one of the Batmans they already have that's old because it's old. It's when they're old.
Robert Pattinson, let's do it.
No. Old. Like a Ben Affleck old.
Robert Pattinson.
Or like a Michael Keaton. Give me the, you know what?
Robert.
Give me, you know what? Okay. Give me the Michael Keaton Batman.
Robert.
Give me
Patterson.
Willem Dafoe's Joker. Give me Gary Oldman as the commissioner and run that
Patterson.
And run that Killing Joke through and through, baby.
Robert Patterson.
I hate you. You're not even saying his name right the whole time.
Those are Pattinson.
Robert Patterson.
Robert Patterson.
Patterson.
Rob Patterson. Robbie.
He's a good actor.
He's a good actor. You know what? F what I said. Robbie Patty is the best.
Dude,
Real talk, though, that Batman was a good-ass movie, but...
Never seen it. It wasn't my time.
Oh, my God. But my time is Vanderpump.
No, there's a lot of movies I want to see. That it's just, I either couldn't make it to the theater or it just wasn't my time.
Yeah.
That one I just didn't make it to the theater. Another one is where Homie Batista's in the woods. I can't remember what it's called.
Oh yeah, that's on what you call it.
Yeah, I want to see that. I want to see. Well, that's a Hemlong, a Shyamalan movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's boring.
What?
Boring.
You seen it?
I watched some of it and I'm like, eh.
M. Night Shyamalan?
Yeah. It's like the new Shazam movie. I was watching like most of that.
That
like,
will never be my time. I'm sorry.
and I'm like, whatever, dude.
I'm sorry. That'll never be my time. But I'll watch Blue Beetle.
Blue Beetle.
You know what? I'm going to take the hard stance and just say I am so sick of superhero movies. I'm sick of superheroes in general, unless it's animated.
Just give me a good story.
I
don't give me like
no
75 origin stories.
You know what? I don't care how good it is. I am so over it.
Just take a comic book. That's all I'm talking about is take a comic book that's really good. And if you want to do a movie to it, just take the source material, make a good movie to it, and then leave it alone. Don't make a sequel to it. Don't make a prequel to it. Don't do anything crazy to it. Don't remake it again in 2 years. Make it, leave it.
We need to take a hard stance and just stop seeing these movies, all right? Just give us a breather. We'll take Spider-Man. Sure. We can keep Spider-Man rolling.
That's like
if they stick with the one actor, we can agree, let's agree on three superheroes.
They're making him too fast where they're going to end up dumping Tom Holland because he's going to end up getting burned out. They're making so many.
We need to say we're done with all these goofballs. Dwayne the Jock Ronson should have never had a movie of, what was it?
Black Adam.
Yeah, Black Adam. We didn't need it. I didn't see it. I don't care. I don't care how good it is. It could be the best movie ever. Let's stop, man. Let's stop with these stupid fucking superheroes.
Though, they're getting towards the direction that a lot of us want, which is like make the Hulk movie, like World War Hulk, make that, or Planet Hulk, make that movie finally, which they're working towards.
We all ever wanted a couple.
The Deadpool and Wolverine thing that's going on. All we wanted is that. Okay, cool, they're making that. The Spider-Man and Venom. That's all we want is live action Venom and Spider-Man to fight each other.
And then just drop it, man.
And then leave it. Yeah, just get to the things we want. Let it go.
Yeah.
Man. Just drop it for sure.
Well, because they never did things that we wanted, like They never did the Hulk versus. They could have.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if you're gonna do the Deadpool Wolverine thing, you better make sure that down the line here, it's World War Hulk or whatever the shit is, where it's just them three.
Yeah,
and they fight.
And then drop it, man.
Yeah,
and then drop it. We don't need.
I don't care.
These things, man. I will watch Blue Beetle though, just because why not? I liked Marvel versus DC. DC really dropped the ball on their whole line, dude.
It's because they just killed it in anime.
Well, no. Then they also had like just too many Batman movies.
Dude, DC anime movies are so good. Every one of those Batman movies are awesome. They're so good. I don't care what anybody says, bro. They're good. And they keep the...
I just really hated Ben Affleck as Batman. I'm going to be honest with you. Well, that I hated every one of those movies just because I do not see Ben Affleck as Batman. And when he is Batman, I don't see anything else besides Ben Affleck.
I don't know. He's a good Bruce Wayne.
I was also like
There are two. You have to be both.
What?
You have to be Batman and you have to be the billionaire Bruce Wayne.
I know, but just the way Ben Affleck is, I still in my head think of him as those older movies that he has. It takes me out of it so much, and I hated the design of the suit. It showed his mouth. It was just weird, dude. I just didn't like it. It took me out of it so far.
If you found the source material for those, you have to look at the comic book.
I know, whatever.
For Batman versus Superman and that type of stuff. Like, that's how it is. He has armor and shit because he's trying to fight Superman.
No, it's just his literal suit design.
Well, yeah.
For when Ben Affleck was Batman, I just did not like it.
But they were going for that gritty.
And dark tone DC kind of sucked so hard that the Batman versus Superman kind of sucked.
Yeah, that movie could have been so much better.
You said every single one of those were fire.
The anime.
Oh, the anime. Yeah, of course, dude. DC's anime is amazing.
That's what I've been talking about the whole time.
Oh. I'm talking about
DC's animation movies are the greatest. Like,
I'm talking about live action. Those live actions.
No, I don't care
when it was
about
Ben
those.
Affleck I could not. The Bane was stupid to me. I like
that movie was good.
I like Luchador Bane.
He broke that mug, dude.
I'm so mad they didn't bring Luchador Bane in there.
Well, they're making it modern, dude. You have to think about it.
I want insensitive Bane.
He's like modernized army style, like tactical Bane.
I want cultural appropriation Bane.
I don't know. I wanted the goofy Venom inside of Bane's veins, green, the freaking like when he doesn't have it,
Batman.
Yeah, like when he doesn't have it, he's thin and skinny and frail, and when he has it, he's juiced.
Yeah. We just we
and bring back Mr. Freeze, bro. He's a great character.
Yeah, he's all right. He's all right.
Yeah. I mean, if they did it again with somebody, like they're.
I like Gotham. I like the show Gotham for a hot sec, but
they need to open up the world, dude. I think they're really. I think that's what Batman, the Robert Patterson version.
Yeah, Patterson.
Yeah, the Robert Patterson version.
Rob Patty.
I think they're really trying to open up the world for
that's
that.
Cool.
Like actually make a little universe around it where it's like.
But again, like I said, I don't care about these superheroes. I want more worlds like Mad Max. Bring back Mad Max. Explore that world a bit.
Did you see the Willy Wonka trailer?
No, I didn't want to see that.
It actually, because it's like from the producers of Harry Potter, and Harry Potter has a great way of like bringing you. Dude, I'm telling you, even from the trailer, it's like a worldly thing.
Who's Zilly Zonka in this one?
I forgot his name. Timothy something.
Oh, we get a new Zonk.
It's pre-Willy.
It's pre-Willy.
Yeah. So it's basically like William. No, I'm just joking. I don't know. I have no idea. I have no idea.
No.
But this is him starting up, like getting into the chocolate business. And it looks like a good world. It looks like a world.
Is it going to show when he goes to the Oompa Loompa village and literally colonizes it and takes all of them on a banana boat and steals them and puts them in a factory as slaves?
They only showed one scene with the Oompa Loompa, and it was just him sitting on a desk in like a jar like that. And Willy Wonka was like, "Have you been following me?" And he's just stuck in like this little jar. He's like, "Oh," and then he's like pulls out his whistle and he's like, and then starts dancing and shit. It's pretty cool.
They need to show what really happened when he traveled to the Oompa Loompa island and promised them riches beyond their
You
wildest
can't
imagination.
say anything like that until this movie comes out, and then see if they even talk about it first, and then you can say what they need to do.
Bro, he showed up to the
Or what they
Oompa
should've did.
Loompa Island, and Willy Wonka showed up to the Oompa Loompa Island. He had his white hat, he had his white colonist jacket on with his slick back hair, smoking a cigar. It's like, I'll promise you riches beyond your wildest imagination. All you have to do is get on this here boat.
Why is he why?
And then they're like,
Why is he a Southern colonist? Why can't he? They're like in Europe.
and they're like, please, no, sir. He's like, yeah, sir, go on this boat here, and I promise you all the food and riches you guys could ever imagine. And then they all just lined up. He's like, your name is number 1. Your name is number 2. And then Moses was over there stabbing them with candy canes. Show what really happened to those Oompa Loompas.
What really happened was Willy Wonka saved him from the Zing Dornglers and the vicious Kniffs.
That's what he rewrote in history. But Willy Wonka, he went over there and straight stole those folk, and as
They were getting eaten.
And then he was like, anybody that's left over here will be just fine indeed. The ones that we take, the ones that we help out,
This is what's wrong with America.
the ones that we help out and take to the riches, you guys will have a great life. But everybody left over here, we'll make sure you guys are taken care of appropriately. And then as they're walking by, they just see the island on fire. As they're sailing off in their boat, they see the island on fire. And all the Oompa Loompas are trying to swim, but they can't swim. They just drown out your screams and singing. That's what really happened. And they need to show what really happened.
If you ever guys want to tune in to a place where, America can just stay the same line and never improve ever, you just tune in here and listen to stuff like that.
Well, look what we got here.
Because we ain't going nowhere. Because we took a story and took it there.
Dude,
and couldn't just have Willy Wonka saving them
no. And then,
from their world. We had to take it to Willy Wonka is a slave plantation owner. And these Oompa Loompas are not orange, it sounds like, anymore.
Now you're starting to get onto what I'm putting down here. And check this out.
Jeez!
Check this out, man. Check this out. All right? And then are we gonna hear about the story of Slugworth? The guy that was he was just trying to make sure everybody was wholesome. That man was a hitman. He pulled hits for Willy Wonka.
Well, we already knew that.
Where was all the other startup candy companies?
That's what they're going to show you in this beginning one.
Slugworth was popping in there, dropping fools.
Yo,
left
they
and
show
right.
you in the trailer. There's like other candy company startups that Willy Wonka's trying to fight down, the big corporation chocolate makers. So
Big corporation.
big corporation chocolate makers.
Even though Willy Wonka literally became that.
No, he had to fight him because he was making. They showed you like, how can I compete with these guys? All right, well I'm gonna make a chocolate where when you eat it, you float in them on the fucking air. And so that's what he did. He made candy, and they all started floating up in the air. And they're like, "What the hell is this?" And they're like, "Don't worry, it's just people floating."
Dude.
And they're
I'm
like,
telling
"All
you.
right, what?"
You want to know what happened to those big corporations? They hired a man named
Slugworth.
Gregory Slugworth.
Gregory.
They hired a man named Gregory Slugworth,
right.
who was
Was it Gregory?
who was a line factory worker, just keeping his nose down, doing his little work. He stayed there each company. He stayed there for about 3 months, and all of a sudden there was a little bit of cyanide in the chocolate. And then they distributed the cyanide. Kids died. Slugworth just walked away as the factory was burning down, and all the parents were outside of it with signs saying, "Burn down Hershey's." Slugworth was just hat down, walked past, and now he's going to the next one. Now he's going to Nestle.
Willie and Slug seemed like they were roughly around the same age.
They were lovers. Welcome to my Willy Wonka.
Yeah, there's a lot of Willies going on in your Wonka.
Listen here. Who is it? Warner Brothers that made Willy Wonka? Who is it?
Something like
Lionsgate? Who is it?
I don't know, dude.
Listen here, creators of Willy Wonka. You want a guy on your team that is a great writer and can come up with some great ideas for the modern world? You bring this guy on board. And we're making a rated R Willy Wonka. And if you aren't on board with this, I'll just wait till your IP is up as a public domain. And I'll take it. And I'll make what I want out of it. Just like Winnie the Pooh.
You know he's serious, too, by the way he wiggled back and forth. He was very serious.
Listen, guys.
I'm going to get it in you.
One way or another, I'll wait till this thing becomes public domain. When I'm one of the big guys in those seats, and I'm going to do with it with what I want.
Do with it with what I want.
I will do with it with what I with it.
Yeah, with what I with.
With one-eyed withy.
Yeah, they called me one-eyed with.
They call me one-eyed with it.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast.
They call me with I am.
I'm... with I am and one with Willie.
Dude, that's pretty fire. What other like childhood, like core childhood movies could we just literally eviscerate like that? Willy Wonka's a rare case where you could. He's horrible, bro. I mean, you can make him a horrible human being if you really wanted to.
We can make it where Jack and the Beanstalk, where Jack is the bad guy and the giant up there is just living his own life. He has a family now.
I think there is something like that actually already made.
Really?
Yeah.
Where he's the bad guy and goes and just murders.
Yeah.
Well, guess what? No, there's not.
I just want to keep diving in on this Willy Wonka thing. Just gave all these kids the golden ticket. What does that sound like?
Yeah, it's a golden ticket.
Yeah. Oh, here, kids, come over here if you got the golden ticket. Come to my factory. All of a sudden, these kids go missing for a couple hours.
Yeah, that's the craziest thing about that movie, 100%, is that you absolutely know nothing of what happened to those children.
Oh, I could tell you. I'm not going to tell you because this podcast would get buried if I exposed the truth.
They got turned into everlasting gobstoppers.
No, those. All I can say is those Oompa Loompas were a little grabby. That's all I could say.
No, because some of them that you didn't. The only ones they were grabby with was
Violet Beauregard.
Yeah, when she turned into a
they were
blueberry.
rolling her away.
That's it. Homie was in the tube and got sucked away, so they couldn't grabby on him.
You think they didn't fish him out of that thing?
Homie turned into a small little guy.
Oh, perfect. They can do whatever they want. Listen. Let's not get into it because I don't
They
want.
They didn't get handsy. They carried him away in the purse.
Hey,
they didn't get what's her name because she fell in the egg hole, so they didn't get touchy with her.
But then we never seen them again.
I know.
Like we seen them like trying to reverse them. Like we never seen them again.
I'm just letting you know that you went into touchy and handsy.
Whoa. Like I said, we can't get into it too deep because Big Wonka will bury this.
Big Wonka?
Big Wonka will bury this podcast. Swear,
right.
man.
Take it easy, Big Wonka. We're not out there for you like that.
We're just kidding.
We're all hypothetical movies over here, Big Wonka.
Anyways.
I mean, they did get him to lick wallpaper off rip.
What I'm saying.
There could be asbestos in that wallpaper.
You've seen the time this was made.
There's 100% asbestos.
It was licking asbestos.
They were licking asbestos.
It's all right, man. They were just doing as best as they could. Yeah. A zinger.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Welcome to the Boney podcast.
Yep. Episode 11. Not too sure what other movies I could destroy like that, but I wish I really had. If I won the lottery, I would be going after a lot of these movies and just ruining them for everybody. I had a dream that I won the lottery.
You could do like a Chronicles of Narnia.
I like the Chronicles of Narnia.
Oh, okay. You don't like Willy Wonka?
What?
You don't like Willy Wonka?
I do. I didn't like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
Oh, that movie sucks.
Yeah.
What's everybody deride Johnny Depp so hard for?
Well, he's fire. He's just we don't need him in everything.
Thank you.
I like when he's
Thank you.
I like when he's a character that you won't even know that he's there at all, and he's not even a main character.
Do you like the gangster Johnny Depp, or do you like the character Johnny Depp?
I like Whitey Bulger Johnny Depp.
So gangster.
It's a great movie. You seen Whitey Bulger?
Flag?
Yeah. Black Mass? Yeah.
He's definitely hardcore in that movie.
Whitey Bulger, the story of him is pretty funny. I think
I have a Whitey Bulger.
And I have a black mass. Oh! So, black mass, Whitey Bulger, I think his name originally, his street name, because Whitey Bulger is also his street name. It's not his real name.
Yeah.
I think his original street name was something like Knife boot knife or something like that. And like, he's like, my name's boot knife because I'm the account that I always got this knife in my boot. And
whatever, dude.
And the cops
they call me Woody because I always got a snake in my boot.
Yeah. Okay. And the police are like, so they call you Knife Boot? And he's like, yeah. He was like, yeah, all right, Whitey. And he was like, all right. Horrible person, though. Whitey Bulger, horrible person. All right, that's kind of fire, though. Appreciate it, Kappas.
Kappa's giving me some, just looking down at his bulge.
Nah. Whitey Bulger. My name will finally be Bulger Whitey. No, that kind of
a white bulge? Nah.
That sounds like a superhero.
That sounds weird. Sounds like it's specifically talking about.
Is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's the white bulge.
It's a white bulge. Everyone's staring down.
And they do that Austin Powers thing where they are about to say something bad and then it cuts over.
Yeah. Speaking of hilarious superheroes, that South Park with the
Coon and Friends?
Yeah, but what's the superhero guy?
Hindsight?
Yeah, dude, Captain Hindsight is the funniest thing I've ever heard. Yeah. With his trusty sidekicks, shoulda, coulda, and woulda.
Yeah.
God, I wish I could come up with something fucking hilariously smart as that. That is genius.
The only thing that would help out people like the Willy Wonkas of the world is if South Park just hired me as a writer instead. So that way I don't have to spend like $50 to $100 million on just ruining their you
movies. Could just do some South Park,
just a quick skit. They could just help
a quick sode.
Yeah, they can help themselves out by just making me a writer.
I'm surprised they haven't done a Willy Wonka episode.
I'm surprised they haven't hired me as a writer.
I'm surprised they haven't hired you as a writer either.
It's crazy.
They haven't called Vanessa in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't heard from her. Kind of worried.
She died?
Well, she did take that trip to Jamaica. That was like about 2 months ago though, and I haven't really heard from her since then.
Sad.
Phone just goes straight to voice.
She just moved there.
She made it seem like she'd be right back, but I'm kind of worried.
She found a new podcast. She found a Jamaican podcast.
That's classic. That's how it always goes, ain't it?
Yep.
I'm very impressed that you had that whole Bernie Mac set memorized. My thing is
the Bernie Mac stand up. Let's talk, dude.
My thing is my only critique about how you had that entire Bernie Mac set memorized was the fact that you kept in the middle of it with no context. You just kept throwing in Nessa in the middle of the whole thing, which it didn't really make sense, but it was just so impressive. John. But hey.
I love the Bernie Mac show. Don't make fun of the Bernie Mac show.
Never. I was impressed.
I was in love with that lady.
Which one?
His wife.
I can't remember her really at all.
I don't know. It's just I was young.
They had a great family.
I was like 10, 11 years old.
What I loved about the Bernie Mac, and luckily this could stay in the podcast, all of that, because
God, she was.
What I loved about the Bernie Mac show was at the end when he like sat down and like came to realizations about himself as a man.
Yeah, that he either like did the right thing or he blew it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a lot of good he had a lot of good insights and wisdom on that show for sure. Yeah. If you just took all those ending segments and kind of just put them together.
The world needed a Bernie Mac nowadays. I feel like the world would be a better place with the Bernie Mac.
Yeah. Who do you think? I haven't seen a lot of newer stand-up comedians, unfortunately. I was just going to ask you, who would you say is close to a Bernie Mac? But obviously there's no one going to be like that. No, but I'm talking about maybe a type of delivery or a type of content or a type of aggressive stuff. Excuse me, like an aggressive style that is similar to a Bernie Mac.
What's his name? Could have done it. Maybe I'm not thinking of the right. Maybe Cedric the Entertainer.
They're the same era.
Hmm?
I'm talking about nowadays, who are like could be like
Cedric the Entertainer is the only one that could ever come close to anything Bernie Mac. Everybody else is like,
I know.
Who's the new guys? There's no new guys that
But
are.
that's
like
what I was wondering. I haven't really
kicking Southern wisdom.
Yeah, I guess you're right. There used to be like growing up when I was a kid, the overflow of like over the top hilarious black comedians that were like famous or like at the forefront. There were so many.
That's why I'm surprised that you've memorized so many sets and so many of their mannerisms.
Yeah. 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 But yeah, there was I loved a lot of them. One of my favorite comedians growing up was, oh my God, I can't think of his name, of course. He passed away, though.
Don't they all?
Yeah.
Everybody eventually passes away.
Yeah, I can't think of his name, though.
Bernie Mac passed away young, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
He was like 50s. Maybe 40s.
Older. No. He was older than that.
Hey, Siri. What age did Bernie Mac pass away? All right, so what she came back with was dissociative identity disorder. What is it? Symptoms and treatment. Am I imagining all of this?
Yeah.
Is any of this happening?
Hey, Siri, when did Bernie Mac pass away? Here's some disease.
Here's associative
disorders.
Damn it.
What?
Siri. Hey, Siri. When did Bernie Mac die? All right, so Siri's racist, and I'm not going to have this. That was crazy. 57, wasn't it?
Something like that.
He was either 49 or 57.
He was either 49 or 57?
Come on, man, hurry it up.
I don't know, dude.
It takes you so long to look things up.
He was born in 57 and died in 08.
Oh my God, dude. You and your looking ups.
Dude, I literally...
Dude, watch this. What age did Bernie Mac die? 50 years old, dude. It was that easy. It was that easy. Did you just look up Bernie Mac? Is that what happened?
No.
What did you look up originally that you couldn't find anything? What was your original search?
Bernie Mac died?
Bernie Mac died.
No,
well,
death.
That's of course you're not gonna find shit.
Death died.
Bernie Mac died.
No,
Bernie
death. I
Mac
figured would have been
wasn't
like, yeah, he died at 50. Like that's why if he died.
So I was close.
Yeah, he's young for sure.
Yeah,
he looked
man.
old as shit in that movie he did with Samuel L. Jackson.
Which movie was that?
Not Bucket List. Oh shit, that was Robert De Niro. The Good Guys or Good Men or the Blues Brothers. I don't know, something like that.
Which is, I'm surprised you don't know this because, again, Samuel Jackson is one of those guys you can literally do a to the T impression.
Motherfucker!
All right, man.
That's where we're at.
Just the integrity of this podcast.
You could do you can do a great William Shatner. I mean, come on. I've heard you over and over do your William Shatner. I've heard you giving a great George Carlin. I've heard you giving a great.
Wait. Because I don't know who. I've never even heard of the name George Carlin. But who's William Shatner? I feel like I know who William Shatner is. I'm sorry to mess up your bit here. But
Wow. He doesn't know William Shatner, and he doesn't know George Carlin.
William Shatner?
Star Trek.
Is this the guy that like does those shows where like he'll just be standing there and there'll be like stuff behind him?
Yeah, 100%. He's in the long list of people that stand in front with things behind them.
William Shatner, yeah, he does the shows where he's standing there and there's like a...
And there's things behind him. You know, that show.
There's like a green screen. he's like, what is this?
That's where you see. Yo, he does that. He stands in the show with his green screen.
I swear to God, that's the only thing that came to my mind.
He says, "What is this?"
He's like, "What are these things?"
The commercial. He's on a show. It's a show, actually. So this could be 30 minutes to an hour of him standing in front of a green screen with things behind him going, what are these? He just walks in front and goes, today we have William Shatner. What are these?
Holy shit. Yeah, dude, like this. He does like this. He's like, what are these? What is this?
Unexplained mysteries.
That's what it is. Unexplained mysteries. What
A
is
show
this?
with things behind him, and he says, what are these?
Oh, my stomach hurts. That's pretty much what he does, though, isn't it? What is this? What are these things? Oh, and it like hard zooms in on him. He just like looks so concerned. He's like, what is this? What are these things?
What are these? What is this?
Who was the other person?
George Carlin.
George Carlin. Let me see who that is. Oh,
I'm
my
sweating.
God.
Whoo, that was funny.
George Carlin. Let's see. Oh, my God.
Do you remember?
He does like stand up though, right?
Yeah, you remember Jay and Silent Bob?
Yeah.
You remember when they're hitchhiking?
No. Yes.
And there's that old man, he's like, the
Yeah.
rules of the road.
Yeah,
He
the
like
rules
ends
of the
up
road.
giving that dude.
That's George Carlin.
Yeah.
Yeah, George Carlin's the one that does that stand up where he like sits there and he's like, hey, life is crazy. I'm old.
Yeah, William Shatner, he goes, where's these things? And George Carlin goes, oh.
Jeez, dude, what's going on? It's just crazy. Yeah, I do
my
great. I
God.
do great impressions of both of those guys.
I told you. See, I told you guys. I told you. Isn't he the one that stands in front of the green screen with those things?
I just like look over at you sometimes. I'm like, hey, who am I? What is this? What am I doing here? You're like, oh yeah.
And I'm over here having to just
William
jump
Shatner.
into an Eddie Murphy bit somehow while you're over here just going, what are these things? And I have to go here and be do a Bernie Mac.
See, I never said Eddie Murphy. So now
Any
I never said Eddie Murphy.
Murphy.
Never said Charlie Murphy. Never said Eddie Murphy. You're the one that brought that out of nowhere.
I didn't say any Murphys.
Which means you are the Murphys. You do the Murphys.
We should make a movie called We Are the Murphys.
The only stand-up person I can do any impression of is Gallagher.
Can you?
No.
The only I can do is Carrot Top.
Nice. He still does his thing.
I know.
So you seen that
All I have to do is just go like, and then like pull out like a fire truck and be like,
real quick, you seen that video? Now that we're off of like just ramblings for so long, here's some current stuff. So if you've made it to this point in the podcast,
good job.
good job.
Good job. We're toast.
Take a bow.
Yeah.
The video of like those people on the plane, and the lady's like, I don't know, that motherfucker's not real.
Yeah.
You seen that? You know Carrot Top was on that plane?
Was he?
Yeah. Speaking of Carrot Top.
Was he the one that was not real?
Probably.
That's right.
If I seen him in real life, I'm
Yeah,
like,
I'd be like,
that's not a real
that's
person.
not
That's
a
a
real-
reptilian.
That's a humanoid plastic.
Really jacked up his face.
You know, no one's even heard from her.
Her?
Yeah.
Yeah,
hasn't
probably
done-
because she's embarrassed.
She hasn't done one interview.
She woke up with a hangover. It's like, oh my God.
You probably grabbed her ass, dude.
Oh my God. No. She probably woke up from a hangover. It's like, oh, geez, maybe I should.
They probably Men in Blacked her, dude.
maybe I should go to therapy again.
Yeah, she woke up like that because they Men in Blacked her. They fucking hit her with the and then laid her down.
I don't know what's going on. What is this?
She was pretty convinced too.
Yeah.
She didn't. The thing that makes me think that was legit is that she didn't have to do that. Also, she knows how big of an inconvenience is that one person that has to get off the plane. That means everyone has to get off the plane.
All right.
That's a big inconvenience.
All right. Now, let me break this down.
Is it weird? Yeah.
Some people have flying anxiety.
They do.
A lot of people have flying anxiety.
They could get an excuse.
Hold on.
I believe that.
A lot of people have flying anxiety. And to combat flying anxiety, what do people do? Drinks. They drink. they drink.
Man, what drinks do you do?
I don't drink before a flight.
I know, because you'll be doing whatever that is.
So people, they're drinking before a flight.
Uh-huh.
They take Ambien.
Ambien. I guess they can take Ambien.
They pop,
how long is the flight? You don't even take Ambien?
They pop a half of Xanax.
Xanax.
They mix absinthe with Ambien and Xanax with the Klonopins, and then they take a little bit of Adderall. They do that. So then when it's getting ready to take off, she has that anxiety. She's like, I don't know what, that guy's not real. And Carrot Top's it pans over to Carrot Top. He's just like,
he's just holding like a lizard.
What
are you meaning?
He pulls out a lizard and then he sets it down. He pulls out really big glasses, puts them on. He's like,
what?
So yeah, I think lady was bugged out on Ambien, Xanax, Klonopin, absinthe, and
they be serving absinthe on flights now.
Before we can get some absinthe,
right before
they catch you. You got a bar. They got bars. You got some absinthe, bro. When I went to Vegas, you've never been to Vegas, right?
No.
Just had to make that known.
Fuck you.
When I went to Vegas, dude, you see things in other airports that we will never believe. Being here in the old Metro Detroit airport, you get off the flight in Vegas or going onto a flight in Vegas, there's a whole casino right there. Your plane board's right there. There's a casino. You have to go through it. It's in a casino. You're sitting there waiting. Isn't there slots and stuff?
Isn't there a casino in Metro Detroit?
I don't, dude. I feel like every terminal in Vegas there was slots, dude. Then there was like a little place where you can sneak off to the side. It was just a room, no bigger than this. People just in there hot boxing cigarettes, dude. There's no vents or anything. You just smoky everywhere. People are smoking cigs, going back out, playing the slots. So yeah, gross. I'm sure there's some absinthe somewhere in an airport. I'm sure you can find some absinthe.
Gambling's gross.
And then you take enough absinthe, you start hallucinating. You take all this absinthe. You start hallucinating, and then, oh, yeah, reptilian guy. And then there's a guy like you sitting next to this lady. You're like, I never said a word to this lady. She's been talking to me for the last 20 minutes. I've been trying to avoid her, unless you just said I'm not real.
It's pretty interesting, though.
It is.
I feel like it's a huge inconvenience regardless.
It's fun. It's a fun one to pretend that things are happening.
Yeah.
What if there's... Okay, so...
What if someone's shape-shifting right next to me, bro?
The most logical thing... But, I mean, obviously, a lady freaking out and being an inconvenience on an airport, that's not realistic. What's more probable is there was a reptilian man next to her android that the airplanes are putting on the flights to see if anyone will notice.
Could be like an NPC, though. Like,
yeah, that's more, yeah. What's more realistic than
like
this
it could
woman
be
freaking out?
What if it was a person that was just like this?
There's people like that. Maybe he's on absinthe.
No, but I mean, like, didn't move, didn't breathe, didn't do anything. They just had, like, a person sitting there for filler, and there's something weird going on.
Yeah, that's way more probable than this lady.
Yeah, way more realistic, dude. Didn't you know?
Or maybe homie's on some shroomies, and he's, like, really not a real person right now. Dude, I'm in an ego death right now, bro. I don't think I'm real.
Dude. Shrooms on an airplane? Imagine being really high on shrooms on an airplane and your ears popping and stuff like that.
It's time to take a heroic dose and hop on an airplane, dude, and make everybody freak out.
A heroic dose. Like, why would I have to fly on this plane when I can easily fly like this plane right next to it?
Just, shh. Bro, I'm about to take a quarter of shroomies, dude, and hop on this plane. Catch you guys on the flip.
I think I'm the pilot.
See?
I think I am the pilot.
See?
No one can touch me.
I'm flying this dude. You'd probably bug out. Dude, that'd be scary. If a guy, a guy have an ego death on a plane, he's like, I'm flying this thing. Like, oh my God. He just pulls out an Xbox controller. He's like, I'm flying this thing. I'm flying.
Dude, this controller really worked.
When I'm turning, the plane turns.
A, B, A, B, A, B.
I'd be definitely over like, yo, someone make sure that that's not accurate, please.
I know.
For the love of God.
Like, what's the co-pilot doing while the pilot is on a game console controller?
How many times have you flown? How many times have you fluid?
Like 5.
5?
Like
where have you gone? What states have you met?
Texas and back.
Texas?
Oh, I flew to Florida too.
Florida? Yeah, okay.
Drove mostly though.
Okay. Do you get anxiety? What's your deal on a plane? Me and you are on a plane, sitting next to each other. What do you like?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm just your regular passenger.
You're just an NPC on the plane, just.
Yeah, no, I'm just chilling, looking at my phone, getting a playlist or getting my music right.
I have the same exact thing that's always happened pretty much every flight except for my first flight.
I do like to take a shot though at the bar. Or a beer.
I pretty much go on the plane. I get anxiety when we take off, and when that initial turn happens, because when they're trying to like make the direction where they got to go.
Yep.
So when we take off, I'm kind of freaked on the inside. I'm not going to show it on the outside, but on the inside, I'm like, oh no, we're going like 200 miles an hour. Right now.
All of a sudden.
And then when we take off, it's like, oh boy, all right, here we are. And then we take that initial turn. I do not like looking out of the fucking window,
like when
whatsoever.
It's down?
Yeah, when it's
I like when the plane's turning and you're on the up looking into the heavens. You're like, whoa, dude, space.
I cannot have a window seat. I know people love the Covenant window seat. Keep me away from that window. I don't want to see out of that thing.
I don't mind the aisle.
I do not want to be on the window whatsoever. And what happens is right when we take off, right when we make that first turn, I'm like, oh boy, all right. I always do end up looking out the window too. I look out, I'm like, oh no. All right, we're up here. And then after that, and I'm like, we're on a bus. I'm on a bus right now.
The one where you look down directly when it's facing down at the ground, you're like,
I'm always on that side. I'm always on that side. I'm never on the side that's tilted up. I'm always on the side that's looking straight at the earth.
I've been on the space trip one. I'm like, yo, dude, that's like a different atmosphere right there.
I'm always on the side that's tilted down, looking at the earth.
Yeah, it's fun.
So anyways, when we hit that part, right when we're in the sky and we're like cruising now, I always go, all right, we're on a bus. This is a sky bus right now. And then I just sleep the whole time. The entire time from start to finish, gone, no matter what. I don't bring anything on flights with me. I don't bring my Switch. I don't bring books. I don't, like, my phone doesn't matter. I don't have headphones on because I sleep the entire time. Just a neck pillow is all I need.
I just make sure I have some music and close my eyes and shit.
Yeah. Those Vegas trips were both... Well, one was a red eye. One was close to a red eye. So it was... Ooh. My girl had anxieties the whole time. So unfortunately, I had to like pretty much peace out mentally from her, which felt bad. But I was just like, sleep. I was like, because I will have anxiety too if I stay up.
Yeah, you can't both be fudged.
Yeah, so I'm gone. I just was sleeping. And then the second time, both times, everybody was sleeping. And my girl, unfortunately, she stayed up the whole time. She's the only one awake. Just... bugging out on this plane by herself.
Not distracting herself, just staring?
I don't know what she was doing. I'll have to ask her.
If you're on your phone or you're trying to distract yourself.
She had bad anxiety from it, though. She does not do well on planes. She did better the second time, I think, than the first time. But I don't know. I think that's a story for her to tell. But yeah, I was just out. And then everybody was sleeping on the red eye because we got on that joint like right before midnight and flew into Michigan. It was like 6 a.m. here when we got here. Dude, everybody woke up. This lady next to me was like, I'm sorry if I was leaning on you the whole time if I was sleeping. I'm like, fuck, no, I was gone. I didn't wake up. Every once in a while in the flight, though, I'll wake up and I'll get like it'll be a slight turbulence and I'll wake up because I'm a light sleeper. And I'll every time I just look for a stewardess and I just look over at them and see if they're freaked out or not. If they're freaked out, then I'll freak out. But if they're not,
you just got to make sure they're still standing, walking around, checking on people.
It was a red eye, so they're all like...
Oh, they're also sleeping?
They're all like just like sitting there. But I look over at them like, all right, they're not panicked, so I will go back to bed now. Because if you look over at a stewardess is panicked, yeah, dude, you're in a bad spot. These people fly all day. These people fly for a living, dude. Did they make that face?
You're just like...
Dude, I'll scream. If I wake up and look over at a stewardess and she's just like, dude, I'm gone. Yeah, I'm screaming. Oh, this person's not real.
Yeah, this person's not real. She's not.
I don't care what you guys say. That motherfucker's not real, man.
She's not real. Neither is this pee in my pants.
I'm tired of these fake motherfuckers on this fake motherfucking plane.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's a fake plane.
Mm-hmm. When are we gonna finally get a soul plane experience?
I don't know. I wouldn't be allowed on that.
Yeah, what do you call him? There was one little white kid who was like he was the man on that boy. It's if you're a square or not. Clearly on the soul plane. Right. Because there's that one guy who is a square.
But he did have his wasn't that a white dude that had like a black girlfriend? Isn't that why he was there too? Or is there a man? There was a man.
I'm not sure.
I think there was a manager. I know there was a square like with glasses. There was
a man that was a square, and like everything about it was like horrible for him. Everybody treated him like a punk, and like when he had to go to the bathroom, something horrible happened in the bathroom. I don't remember, but
something horrible.
But everybody else, like that one little kid, he was the man. There's Snoop Dogg on that plane. He was the pilot.
Oh, was he the pilot? Yeah,
he died.
Yeah, he was. He took all those African shrooms or whatever.
Yeah, he died on the plane. Yeah. Great movie, man.
The movie was...
God. Great movie.
The movie was really bad.
My dad made me watch that movie.
My dad made me watch it.
Dad made me watch that movie when I was like 12.
He's like, hey, man, you want to watch a cool movie? I'm like, what? He's like, Soul Plane. What?
What a good video would be is if we rewatched like every parody movie there ever was. Not at once, but like watch like 3 at a time this day, 3 at a time that day, and see how they held up.
Bad.
Yeah.
They're gonna bad.
Like
You're talking about like
epic movie.
Yeah, okay, yep.
Superheroes.
Yeah,
vampires suck. Yeah. What is it?
There's the
Gladiator
one.
There's a Gladiator one as well. Yeah. I don't remember which one it was.
Then the original ones, which was like
Meet the Spartans. That's one.
Yeah, Meet Spartans.
Yeah, the scary movie 1 through 20.
Not the scary movie ones, but the ones
Those
after.
Those are parody movies. Those
I know, but
also garbage if you rewatch them.
They're not garbage.
Some of them are.
They are, yeah, some of them. But like the writing is hilarious because they were making fun of stuff that was only happening right around that time.
Yeah.
The Scary Movie 2, they made fun of that basketball commercial.
The one
like, it was a basketball commercial.
Yeah.
And they threw it in that movie.
The one with the ring was so racist, but hilarious.
That was 2.
Because if you rewatch it, I don't know if you caught it at the time, but if you rewatch it, he just saying stuff like Subaru, Mitsubishi, something,
yeah.
and it's
and
like
she's also repeating it like that.
She's like she's saying like
she's like Yamasaki.
She's saying like judo, karate.
Yeah, yeah. They're just going back and forth like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hiroshima.
Yeah. That was terrible, dude.
It was bad. That was pretty bad.
All those movies, like, I'm sure don't hold up in certain regards, but...
Well, they're just spoof movies, but...
The ones that are, like, epic movies and those ones, horrible. Superhero movie was horrible. I want to actually... We should do that. We should watch them.
Was epic movie the War of the Worlds one? Or was that a scary movie?
I think it was a scary movie.
That was like scary movie, like 4 or 5, right?
Mm-hmm. Epic movie is like, I think they were making fun of like Resputia and stuff like that. I don't remember what that movie was called.
Norbit,
yeah, they're making fun of like Norbit and stuff.
What was the dance one that you got served? They were making fun of the dance movie.
I don't think I've ever seen that one.
There's that one, and then there's like a there's a long title. The 40-year-old virgin, you got knocked up by a 40-year-old virgin, super bad one.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't seen that one.
Yeah, that one's pretty fucking crazy.
Those ones are like your era, right? Like you as a teenager, it's probably like, that is so funny.
Yeah, Scary Movie, the first one came out when I was like 9 or 10.
Oh, so you had a long, good time of being a teenager.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe a little bit later. I forgot when the Scary Movie.
You had like 9 more years of spoof movies coming out.
Yeah. It was amazing. But the best part about those movies is that they were making fun of stuff that we knew.
Yeah, dude,
like they were making fun of Scream,
yeah.
You know, so they made fun of the Scream movie and they were making fun of like other movies, but yeah.
Like, dude, they're talking to us right now, dude.
Yeah, they made fun of the Budweiser commercial.
Did you just pull out?
Yeah,
do you have an? Yeah, but do you have an app?
No.
Do you have the Google app on your? You don't use Safari?
It just pulls up Google.
No, you clicked Google.
Oh.
You clicked the Google app.
Yeah.
You don't have Safari? You don't just use Safari?
Yeah. But I don't need to type in Google on my Safari when I can just
that
type.
That doesn't happen. That's not how it works. You can make. I'm sorry to like call you out here, but in Safari you can make something your normal domain.
Yeah, you can. I don't need to worry about that.
Just hi. Or in Google.
Yeah, no. I don't need to worry about that.
You shouldn't have to worry about it.
Yeah, that movie came out when I was 10.
Wow. Which means I was 4.
Yeah, so that movie came out when I was 10, and yeah. It was, they made fun. They did like a year after.
Scary Movie 2 kind of sucked.
No. Scary Movie 2
Is that the one with the little hand guy?
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was the best.
There's a lot of that one, like, kind of sucked, though.
No, that was when they made fun of the commercials and shit. They made fun of the basketball commercial, and then they had, like, he got rolled up into that joint. Like, that shit's hilarious, dude. Oh, and then he bags that lady in the closet, puts a bag over her head because she's nasty.
The one that was funniest to me
she's
was
like he's like, someone's coming. Who? And he's like, me. That shit's funny as hell.
I was more like into like Scary Movie 3. That was like my.
That's when I thought the movie started blowing.
It probably did
because the Wayans brothers stopped writing them.
Yeah, I don't think the Wayans brothers are that funny. Hot take from me.
I don't know. They're pretty.
There's
funny.
one of them that's funny, and there's one of them that's not.
That show though, the show.
Yeah,
that was a great show.
That's funny, but. Oh, Haunted House, dude, terrible. That was trash, dude. Were
they made fun of Paranormal Activity?
Yeah, that shit
was funny,
trash,
dude.
Bro.
There was some funny ass stuff.
They were trying too hard,
dude. He got butt fudged by the ghost and you sit on a donut.
Which Wayne's brother was in that movie?
Marlon.
Yeah, he's the not funny one to me.
He is the funny.
Sorry,
one. White chicks.
Okay, I'll give you that,
bro.
That's funny. That's some funny business right there.
Little Man.
That's Little Man was one of the greatest cinematic. It was one of the greatest cinematic masterpieces of our time.
Little Man was so funny, dude.
Yeah,
he's the baby. Marlon's the baby.
Yeah,
he's amazing.
All right, I'll give it to you. Maybe I'll take my hot take back. Which one is not funny? There's one of them that's not funny.
Sean, he's the more of the. He's the other brother, you know.
Yeah,
the one who's kind of more the serious one.
He's in My Wife and Kids.
No, that's the older one.
He's funny.
He is funny. My Wife and Kids is hilarious.
No, I loved My Wife and Kids.
Yeah.
My Wife and Kids over George Lopez show all day. I don't care what.
There was that one movie they did back in the day too that they were spoofing the gangster movies.
Oh yeah. Don't Be a Menace.
Don't Be a Menace to Society. Whatever.
I think it was just called Don't Be a Menace or something.
Yeah, Don't Be a Menace to Society.
Yeah. I think that one was just called Don't Be a Menace though.
No.
Oh yeah. Menace is okay. Don't Be a Menace. Okay. Now I need to prove you wrong. I see if you are right because now I just need to know for my own info.
I think it's actually longer.
You're right. Don't be a menace. Don't be a menace to South Central while drinking your juice in the hood.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Yep.
All right. Well,
and that's where that was him as Shoddy. I think
Shark Boy?
Shoddy. No, Marlon Wayans. And he had like the dreads with the pacifiers in his hair and all that crazy shit.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, all right, man. I think we should wrap here. You know,
some classics, bro.
Classics. Well,
shout out Wayans brothers for helping me grow up.
Yeah, it's crazy that you know like their entire sets. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to the Boney Gang podcast, episode 11.
It's been a fucking disaster.
I am your boy, of course, Spavari, here with
the most racist person apparently on the planet, the great JSlay, who knows every fucking set.
It's not my fault, man. It's not your fault either. That's what you grew up with.
But apparently I know all the sets.
Yeah.
I think, and that's crazy. That's crazy.
They would be flattered.
You think so?
Not from the way you perform them, but by the amount of dedication that you have to them.
Here we are. Yeah. While you're just a fly on the wall.
Oh no, I do my things.
Oh yeah, that's right. You got the William Shatner and George Carlin. That's right.
What are these?
What are these things? What are they?
The only difference is I'm not offensive to anything.
Oh, that's right.
Except for, I don't want to talk about it because the things that I do are way more disturbing.
Oh, well, there you go, Skeleton Crew.
Yeah.
Give it to that guy right there. It's your boy, man. It's the great JSlay for real, though.
If you want to smile and laugh more, go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, comment. If we made you smile just once, look in the mirror and say, today's a good day. I don't know. We'll catch you on the next one. Thank you guys so much. And, go watch some other of our videos.
Yeah, watch some more programming, man.
Yeah, go watch some more of our channel.
Fill it.
Because we are done with this one right now.
Subscribe.
So, yep.
Do something cool, man.
Do something cool. Go watch some William Shatner. Go ahead and
go watch any of those programs that we mentioned today.
Go recite a Bernie Mac set. Go recite a Bernie Mac set from start to finish.
Go watch some Carrot Top.
Carrot Top live and
go watch William Shatner in front of a green screen.
You know what? It doesn't matter what day you watch this. Carrot Top is live in Vegas today, so go book go get your tickets. Yeah. Also Chris Angel. All right, guys. See you later. Goodbye.